Lesson 16.4, Law of Cosines continues. In this video, we will use the law of cosines to find the missing angle. Where do mathematicians like to party? In bar graphs. Alright. You'll notice that there is a new cosine, law of cosines formula. So, in a way, it's not necessarily new because what we've done here is we've solved for cosine of C and gotten everything on one side. Technically, we could have used the other formula, but we'd have to do a lot more math work every single time. So the idea is that if we get it all so that the cosine of C is by itself, we have less work to do when we're trying to find answers. So you'll notice this time at the title screen it said SSS. So this time we have to have all three sides given to us in order to find the angle we're looking for. Alright, so let's see how it's used. Use the law of cosines to find the missing angle given you have side, side, side. In triangle NOP, N is equal to 170 inches, O is equal to 150 inches, and P is equal to 290 inches. Ooh, it doesn't have the inches, but it should say inches. Find the measure of P to the nearest tenth of a degree. So I don't really have to draw the triangle this time because we can see that all we have are the sides. So we're just going to plug it in to the formula that you hopefully wrote down from the previous screen. If you didn't, you can always go back and do that. So we have 170 squared plus 150 squared, oops, that should be a squared, minus 290 squared. How did I know 290 is the one I subtract? Because remember, the one that you subtract is the one that is the angle that we're taking the cosine of. So we're taking cosine of P. That means that P is the one we subtract. Okay, that's the simple logistics of it. 2 times 170 times 150. And then again, just like the last time, this is calculator work. So we're going to stick all this in our calculator, get an answer, and we're going to have cosine P is equal to negative 0.641. Okay. And then we're going to take cosine inverse. So P is equal to cosine inverse negative 0.6. And so P is equal to 129.87 degrees, but they want us to round to the tenth of a degree, so P is equal to 129. So what I'd like you to do now is question number 4. I want you to try it yourself and then check and see how you did. Okay, so hopefully you plugged in your 3, you plugged in your 5, you subtracted your 7 squared, you divided by 2 times 3 times 5. Use the calculator to get an answer, although that one's a lot of easy numbers to work with, so you could technically do it without the calculator. You'll find that it comes out to be negative 0.5 or negative 1/2. We also know on the unit circle, cosine of 1/2 is 120 when it is in quadrant 2, but at that point it could have been quadrant 3 as well. So but that's it. I mean, it's 120. Again, you can use your calculator to get all these. All right, with that, That is how you use law of cosines given side, side, side to find the missing angle.